Hey there, everybody. So welcome back. So we're kind of back at Oswego for another review. So iRacing released a new patch today, and they're finally adding the dirt layout for this track up in the upstate New York at Oswego. And this track really is known for hosting the Super Dirt Week during October, I believe, is when they host either late September or October. They're usually hosting the Super Dirt Week for the bit block modified races. They do like 200 laps for bit block modified races and a couple other dirt races around as the support races at this place. I don't know where the cars they're running on the top of my head here, but they do on 358 bit blocks. I think they do street stocks and a couple other cars. So here we are. We'll be testing this out. So usually, all right, we'll be doing the super late model first. I don't believe that's the car they run in real life here, but we're gonna do it anyway, and then we'll try out the sprint core 410, and then finally we'll finish out with the bit block. So let's try this out. Try out the new layout, which I believe is the 1/8 of a mile for this layout. The bit over around here is 1/8 of a mile. Now this is gonna work kind of similar to what they do for Bristol, for like they do pavement racing year round, and then they get into September and they just start adding dirt on top of a track. So they put the dirt on the top of a track, and then do the dirt races during late September into October, maybe October proper. I don't know. I should have looked this up before I done this video. But either way, we'll be trying out with the super late model. So yeah, the bumps are quite there. It's quite bumpy. This is like very new track. Oh my gosh. Alright, well, it's a little bit higher than I was expecting. But yeah, this is like almost a new track state right now. And it's still really bumpy. And I'm gonna turn off the reference car here. They'll need the reference car. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's super bumpy. It's gonna be pretty hard driving the perfect line over and over. Especially with the track taking more beating. And getting more slick. It's gonna get bumpier and yeah, get some ruts going. Drier and bumpier. Yeah, it's gonna be wild racing here. You'll be getting people trying to hit the inside line like this. I didn't do it right there. That was bad. Much better. Much better. That was bad. Alright, one more lap. We'll try to get him a really good lap. Alright, we go on the high line here. Oh my gosh. That was bad. But get all the speed we can get here. It's not turning the way I want it to turn. Well, the fastest lap anyway. It should not have been, but alright, and then we'll try out the 410 here. But first, we'll shit. We'll watch the replay real quick and turn off the motion blur here. But it looks Looks kind of crazy from TV. It's ripping around the track very fast. So I guess it's kind of lagging a little bit. Sorry about that, but I mean, I think it's gonna be very racy. I think it's gonna be a great track. We'll see. I think it's gonna give the lines, especially once the inside starting to slick off. You have to start taking the other lines. So I think it's gonna make for racing conditions on my racing. But the only way we'll see for ourselves is by doing official racings here, and we'll load up another car here real quick. So test drive, put on the 410, and then we'll do nighttime here for 410, just to show that the night lights working. Alright, it's coming back up, reloading the game real quick. Get the 410 back up, and then we'll be taking a couple laps, and then finally finish up with the bit blocked, sorry. Alright, try this out, a couple laps here. It's gonna go really fast. There's Oswego, dirt, stay up, and then we're gonna go and play around with there. Alright, it's gonna be super fast for sure. Why is it lagging so much here? Even though my frames like 50, 60 frames per second. Super bumpy, I'll tell you all that. But it's also super fast. Almost 135 miles per hour. That's gonna be a bad wreck. Should hit the inside. Yeah, I hit the inside. Right there. And then it was game over, and then bam, bit hit. Alright, let's actually put up the race stay up. Hopefully it'll be more stable. I felt way unstable there. So let's try again, get a couple more laps in, and then we'll move on to the bit blocks. But this track is super bumpy for the 410s. Very, very bumpy. It's too bad there ain't the dirt layout in the middle of the scene, because we can't really do dirt races here at this place until next season for official races. So that's a bummer. Oh yeah, it's more stable for sure. I'm still having more time getting the grip. It still feels unstable, but it's a little bit better than profiling stay up. I don't know, I feel like the stay up was off. it doesn't feel super planted. Yeah, it feels better, but I mean, it's super bumpy. I'm over the place. Again, I'm not very good with this core. This is probably one of the hardest cores you can learn to do on iRacing. One of the hardest cores to learn on iRacing and squeeze out all the speed you can get. It's kind of like Dirty 13 Forma cores on the roadside. It's a really difficult core to master. Again. Well, holy, yeah, the bumps are crazy. Like, you can see the course are bouncing up and down. You see this? It's bouncing up and down. The bumps are just insane. Watch this. The course is bouncing up. It's bouncing. Show you how crazy the bumps are. And again, this is like very low track wear. So, and it's already super bumpy. So it should give you an idea how rough this track is. So really aim hard trying to keeping the car planted and stable. And it's going down the straights at very fast speed, like almost 140 miles per hour. And you're trying to hold onto the car. It's trying to hold onto it. Alright, we are gonna switch over to the bit blocks. And we're gonna finish off with the bit blocks. Let's see where we are. Test drive. Do that again, but this time with the bit block. And then this time we're gonna do it sunset. And we're gonna reload it up again. Alright, it's loading back up. But again, it's been a good first impression of a dirt layout. And kind of looking forward to the races here, but I always say that about every new track. You know, always looking forward to races at new tracks, always. And I'm always going into each one like, oh, I think I'm gonna like this. We'll see. It's a pretty big track for dirt racing. I will be honest, one of the bigger tracks. Maybe the second biggest track for dirt racing now in iRacing. So something to keep in mind is it's probably gonna be a good core. It's probably gonna be a good track for bigger, more powerful cores. But I don't know about this being a good track for smaller horsepower cores like the 358 or the 305. But I could be wrong. So we're gonna go to what this track is the most famous for, and that's the bit block modified. Alright. Here we go. So this track is the most famous for the Super Dirt Week races they do here. That's 200 laps. And they do hat time after 100 laps, where they come onto the pit road and change out the tires. Because the race is so long that they have to change out the tires and add more gas. So they have to do it like the pit stops. I don't know if the pit stops are live or if they, you know, do control their pit stops, where they get to keep their spots, but they'll have to, like, hustle and go fast. Get the fastest possible pit stops. So they should add in the tires and gas and take however long they want to. Oh, I got to say, this feels good. It definitely feels like this track is made for these cars, for sure. Oh, it feels great. It feels amazing. Yeah, it feels good. I like it. I didn't think I'll be using brakes here, but here we are. Trying to hurt the inside like they do in real life. Trying to hurt as much of the inside as possible. Oh, super bouncy. Still super bouncy. And it's actually going pretty fast, almost 130 miles per hour down into the corners. It's just pretty dang fast for these cars. I'm sure it's not like Port Royal level, but again, it's a fast track. Yeah, I can see it being very competitive, racing for this car at this place, because you can probably try to hug it to the inside. But I think the real fast line's somewhere up in the middle, but then once everything get gripped up, you know, using the grip on the inside or the middle, you'll see people going up toward the wall or toward the inside wall here. So I think it's great. And now they can be taking the pit stops here. And then they'll have like double file pit stops here. You'll have the crews on this side, and on the other side the strip.
That's it, go.
Alright, well, let's review it and then wrap it up, but that sums up dirt racing at this place. And I think it's gonna be fantastic racing for cars like the big blocks, and then potentially some of faster dirt cars like the super late models or the 410. I think this is gonna be a good track. I don't know about the smaller horsepower cars like the 305 or the 358, but that's remains to be seen for later once we get official racing going on here next year. Alright, well, thank you very much for watching. I hope you're enjoying it. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, subscribe, and thank you for supporting me. I'll catch you all later. Have a good one.